Hello and welcome to The Insider, a show designed to clue you into the biggest news, events and announcements inside the video games industry, discussing with you some things you may know, some things you may not, and the glue that holds it all together is a little bit of my own opinion. My name is Paul James, thank you very much for watching, let's get off with our episode. So whether you're into it or not, the Monster Hunter franchise is a hard thing to ignore right now. It seems like every big and small publication, as well as YouTube influencer, Twitch streamer, and Twitter user wants to talk about Monster Hunter World at the moment. This is a sort of success that the Capcom franchise has never seen to this point, and it puts the franchise in a really interesting place. And in this week's episode of The Insider, I'm going to discuss with you where the franchise could go from here, what the success could mean, some of the numbers, some of the facts, and overall, where this franchise is headed. So come along for the ride. Now, contrary to what this sunburn might suggest, I've not seen a lot of sun lately, and that is largely due to Monster Hunter World. I've committed a lot of time to this game so far. It is one of the most exciting games that I've played in a long time. There is so much to do and experience, and I simply can't get enough of it. Clearly, I'm not alone. Like I said, 7.5 million people have already bought this game, and Capcom is reporting that it is the best-selling game in their history. Now, I question this to an extent. There have obviously been some massive Monster Hunter games, none of them as big as this. But this is the same publisher that owns Street Fighter and Resident Evil. And there are numbers out there that suggest that at least Resident Evil 5 is far beyond that. So there's some funny business going on with some of the numbers and how they're representing them here. But 7.5 million sales in about a month and a bit is not something to turn your nose up at. They are incredible numbers, and they are primed to go even higher in the coming months as more word of mouth continues to spread this franchise and make it more and more popular, more and more in demand. You couldn't go to a games retailer looking for the game for the first few weeks because you couldn't find it. You had to buy the game digitally if that's what you wanted to do. If you wanted a physical copy, you were out of luck unless you pre-ordered. There's more sales to come though. The PC launch, that's still a few months away. I believe it's meant to be coming in our spring. So for any of you in the Northern Hemisphere, that's your fall or autumn. And there's a whole bunch more content to come. We're getting teasers about more Horizon Zero Dawn related stuff for PS4 owners. There's Mega Man related content on the way. And I'm sure there's going to be some stuff that'll be exclusive to Xbox, more stuff that's going to be on both platforms, and the content cycles themselves will cycle in and out. So we're going to get more opportunities to revisit some of the content that's been made available for those of you who are new and have missed it early on. For example, the Palico gear, you'll get another chance to go out and get it. There's going to be this constant stream of content being made available for Monster Hunter World. It's going to mean that the game is in the news all the time, and that bodes well for the sales of this franchise going forward. So where to next for Monster Hunter? Well, there's a few different paths we can go down, and first, let's explore the possibility of a sequel to Monster Hunter World. This is an opportunity that's just simply too good to pass up on. Console players in the West have finally picked the game up, like we've already spoken about, incredible sales. There's so much hype around this franchise. It's big in the West. They've managed to land it with a console. The game is coming to PC. There's so many people that have now entered this world, have loved it. Surely, Capcom is already in pre-production for Monster Hunter World 2. We'll see what happens though. The game's probably not going to launch for at least 2 years. The second, and almost more important lens we need to look at it through, is through the core series. We've seen Monster Hunter 1, 2, 3, we've seen Generations, we've seen Generations X, we've seen a whole bunch of Monster Hunter titles over the journey. Monster Hunter XX is about to launch on the Switch in Japan. In fact, it's only about a week away. Now, we haven't got an announcement for the West yet, but you have to think that with the success of Monster Hunter World, Capcom is fast-tracking that, and with the Nintendo Direct that is probably aired by the time you're seeing this, most likely aired by the time you're seeing this, we're hopefully going to have an announcement of Monster Hunter XX not only releasing in Japan, but getting a localization and coming to the West. We can hope. But that remains to be seen. What else could happen with the Monster Hunter franchise? Well, the Switch is a brilliant platform for it. Monster Hunter games have made their money over the years on the PSP, on the 3DS primarily, and have been incredibly successful for doing so. They've fit in with that Japanese culture of portable play on planes, on trains, public transport. It fit perfectly. But now with the West on board, maybe the Switch is a great avenue for Capcom to explore. Obviously there's XX, and I'm sure that will do well in Japan. Hopefully that comes across here, but more entries that land on the Switch and allow people to go off and play their Monster Hunter World when they're at home, and then get out for their day, again, like that Japanese culture of playing portably, take their Switch with them and pick up Monster Hunter XXX, Monster Hunter 5, whatever it happens to be, to continue their experience on the fly would be huge for that franchise and its fans in the West. It's something for Capcom to consider. There's also the fact that there's been a lot of speculation following Monster Hunter World and its potential launch on the Switch. Capcom have said repeatedly that it'll be very, very hard for them to achieve this, but Iron Galaxy, a reputable porting studio, who have also developed some fantastic original IP as well, have come out and said, look guys, we're happy to help. Maybe it is something that they need to respond to, get in touch with Adam Boyes and speak to Iron Galaxy, and let's make this happen. Monster Hunter World is an incredible game and would only be better if you can take it on the road. It's something for them to consider, it's something for Iron Galaxy to hopefully nail, and it's something for us to look forward to going forward. Sequels to World, complementary experiences on the Switch, there's so many avenues for the Monster Hunter franchise to explore. But that's all we're going to talk about in this episode of The Insider. If you've got some ideas, things you want to see added to additions to Monster Hunter World, sequels to Monster Hunter World, sequels to the core franchise, let me know in the comments below. I'd be really interested to see what you've got to say. As someone who really wasn't big into Monster Hunter until this entry, I've got a lot to learn about it. So I'm hopeful that you can impart some of your excellent ideas in the comments and let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the episode though, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Those buttons are all down below as well, including that notification button, that bell. Please hit it. It alerts you to any new episodes that we air. That'll allow you to access episodes of Patch, The Insider, Player 2 Plays, The Video Games Club, a whole bunch of trailers, our new show, the Late Game Review, and a whole bunch more. All stuff can only be found at our YouTube channel, so please go and check it out. If you like written content, make sure to visit the website, player2.net.au, where you can find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, the Player 2 Writer's Draft, and a whole bunch more, all stuff that can only be found at our website, so please go and check it out. And if you really enjoy what we do, your support would be hugely appreciated at patreon.com/player2au. We recently kicked off a Patreon and we're looking for your support in order to help grow what we're doing, improve what we're doing, become bigger, better, and give you more. There are some great perks for those who are patrons, so please consider going and checking it out. Again, that's patreon.com/player2au. Please go and check it out. There's awesome stuff there and we hope you like it and we pledge your services. For rolling updates, you can find me at PaulJamesP2 on Twitter. The website, you can find at Player2au on Twitter. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. Go out and kill some monsters, and I'll see you later.